Hey, everybody.
Look over here.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to do the intro in Spanish. Hold on. Oli, 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 y bienvenidos a The Cup, el único podcast sin nombre donde ponemos el real y el tea en reality. Y siempre puedes venir con nosotros para saciar tu sed. Y welcome to... Do it again. Do it again.
Look over here.
There you go. Hello. The podcast where we talk about the looks. Especially today, we're talking about the finale of Mexico. It's over. It's finally over, sadly. But we're going to be talking about the looks. But before that, I'm Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I'm here to talk shit and get hit. I've finished my water. I'm done with everything. I'm just here to talk and have fun, you know? Yeah.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I still don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I'm wearing my Matraca shirt still. And I'm just drinking some water. And I have a cup mug that I'm not using, so get your cup mugs.
Get your cup mug. All of the descriptions will be
KaMorian also has one. Yes.
Yeah.
Lana G's
Creations, Etsy.com.
Yes.
You can get yours. We ship globally, all over the world, internationally. So there are no excuses except if you're River and I, because we don't have one. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Keep going. KaMorian, you're up next.
Oh, okay. Well, hello everybody. Your favorite Black queer content creator is back, making a comeback. My name is KaMorian, aka Fucking Alien, and I'm so excited to cover the last look over here for one of my favorite franchises and definitely one of my favorite fandoms of the world, Drag Race Mexico Season 2. Definitely, I would say I really excited to get to these looks and just really talk about the finale for me personally and what this season has done for me as far as my social impact in the show.
I am River, your Brazilian correspondent here on The Cup, and I'm still drinking my water out of my little Hello Kitty mug.
That is adorable. Well, before we get started, I know, KaMorian, you wanted to talk about like your thoughts on the finale, and so I think right now is the best time to do so. So if you want to give us your thoughts and what you thought and like what you think happened, and if you agree with everything, let us know right now.
Okay.
Or you could start from episode 1.
We don't have all that time. We don't have all that time. Give us your thoughts.
I just kind of want to say this overall, I really enjoyed this season. It was just a full 180 from last year, as far as it's like bringing Tyga in and just the cast is just such amazing from like the first episode from the runway to the lip scenes. Like I was entertained. Like this was a good group of girls. Like the competition was tight. Like anybody could have taken it all. But this finale was such amazing coming in. It was pretty much everyone's game. Like no one had a clear shot on winning thing. So I was very happy for a talent show. I think what a great way to kind of end your time on the show. Basically kind of showcasing what this whole season has been for you in your journey. And I think personally, everyone did a very good job. I think, you know what, to our winner, congratulations, Leexa Fox. Like, I mean, that was, I knew the moment. I was like, you know what, she might take this. I mean, just her singing, her voice was just so beautiful. And Horacio, amazing talent. My bro, Horacio, I'm so proud of you. You did amazing this season. Just amazing. Eva, you killed it. You know, pretty much this top 4 are really like, you know, future all-stars people, global all-stars versus the world. I'm just very excited for the season. Personally, I want to thank you guys, Mexico, and the fandom for me. Definitely, like, my first post of this season, I was not expecting the amount of impact that I had for you guys. So you really are one of the main reasons that I am where I am now. I'm now booming in Drag Race content. I'm so proud and happy. And it's thanks to you guys. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to miss Mexico. I'm excited for season 3 next year, and amazing season overall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
KaMorian said, I loved Leexa, I loved Horacio, I loved Ava. and Jenary was there.
She literally said, Jenary, F your drag.
Well, Jenary did not do great. Well, she did good, but she
No,
was
but her
definitely
moment with Elektra, where Elektra was crawling and then Jenary started walking her like a dog. Girl,
iconic. Anyways, let's
iconic.
if you want to hear more of our thoughts about the episodes, go to our review of each of the episodes we've had. We reviewed all of the episodes. They're all probably either on the description or right on the side of this video. You can watch them, go look at them. But first, we're gonna be talking about the looks. Let's get talking about them, shall we? Let's talk. La categoría es Glamour de Final, which basically just means best drag. Bring your finale look. Bring the
Finale
best.
extravaganza.
Exactly. So here we are. It's the last one. Let's get started. First off with Ignus Ars, our first eliminated queen. What do we think?
Okay, I'm just gonna start first.
Wait, First, River goes first.
But
First,
Megan
first
said,
River.
as my drag.
First is River, then you go, then David, then I
First
go.
of all, you gotta remember what you said. Okay. Ignus, I'm a little torn with this because I like parts of it and I like the idea, but I think actually what's really throwing me off is the boobs. Like the boob area really throws it off for me. Because it's proportionally a little weird with like the sleeves, with the feather sleeves and the bottom of the dress being so big. Like the proportion of the breast area kind of makes it a little weird, at least looking from more far away, but still it kind of looks like those boobs that you glue, like that bra that you glue on your boobs. It kind of
I
does look like that. With some sparkle over it. But I do really like that she has like this specific style of drag that really is something that I personally enjoy. So it's not my favorite look, but I still really like it. I think it's more the like some execution problems that she could have elevated. And when queens are showing their ears and they're not wearing earrings, it always bothers me, even though I don't wear earrings, but it just bothers me. But yeah, concept very good, execution left a little to be desired.
Okay, now you can go KaMorian.
Oh, you see now the order now. Okay, so yeah, I would say I actually kind of like this. You know, it was kind of very unique for her type of dragon style. I was kind of sad they kind of just kind of see more of her uniqueness. I think she would have brought so much unique to this competition, but you know, I would say I do like some parts of it. Like I said, the glittery boob part, it kind of didn't really kind of complement the rest of the garment itself, but I say it was very neat. I actually loved it. You know, it should look beautiful. I think I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting her kind of get like this kind of glamour at all. So this is really like kind of a surprise to me. But she looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, hopefully, you know, we see more in the future from her. You know, maybe let's take a chance. So yeah, it was a solid good look for me.
Yeah, I thought it was a good look too. Actually, out of the non-finalists, this was in my top 3, which might be a hot take. But I like that we're seeing her distinct style. Like it's crazy that somebody who was eliminated first episode that I know so well what their drag style is. So she really is leaving her mark as far as that goes. So I love the makeup, everything going on there. The only thing that kind of bugged me, and she clearly didn't think this would show up, but when she was walking away, you could see like the flesh tones on the back of her neck. And I just wish she had kept, like, if you're going to go all white, I want it to be all white. I don't want to be taken out of the illusion. And I was when I saw her walking away. So other than that, I thought it was a really good look for her.
Yeah, I appreciate this look quite a bit. I think this is Ignus really showing us her more glamorous side more than her like campier side, and I really enjoy seeing that. I do agree there are some issues here and there, but they're not like they don't take me out of the fantasy. I still think this is so up Ignus's like alley. I think this is just who she is when she does glamour. And so I like this. I think this is like, I'm just happy to see Ignus bring us another look because we didn't get to see a lot of her. And so I think this look is pretty good. It's definitely not like my favorite, but I think just this category just had a lot of incredible looks. And so those little details kind of just bring it down just a little bit for me. But yeah, this is pretty good. Of course.
80.
80 as well.
I gave her an 85.
I gave her an 89 because I like it a little bit more than you guys. Okay, moving on. We have our other queen. Hold on. We have an issue.
Our Miss Congeniality, or one of.
Yeah, one of our
The
Miss
mother
Congeniality.
of the
There you
house.
go.
Period.
Nina de la Fuente. There she is. What do we think?
There's mother. So Nina was one of my favorites along with Eva, like from the jump. So I was really sad when she went home. And I was excited to kind of see, I wanted to see what her perspective would be on the runway. I think she looks really good. This is not my favorite. I don't know if it's because like I'm very the opposite of Michelle Visage with the stars. I think stars are, but actually what I'm gonna say makes sense because I think stars are a little bit tacky, so it makes sense that Michelle loves it. But and I don't think Nina, I don't think Nina is tacky. So but it just doesn't it look a little similar to one of the looks that she already showed. I think from week 2, I think. Where they had like it was all silver. I think the runway was like all silver.
Yeah, the one
Right?
with
I
the
think
moon.
I've seen something similar from her. Is my point. And so I like this look. I think she looks beautiful. I wanted to see something different from her. But her face, I just have to say, because her mug, girl, beat.
I really did like that. I was like, when Nina came out, I was like, oh my gosh, she just mothering from head to toe. The mug was just mugging, like it's muggy out here. I really love the mug. And I'm not gonna lie, I love stars too. Like I will always love stars. I mean, it was just beautiful from head to toe. I really love the draping of her sleeves. It was just a solid, beautiful look for her. Classic glamour for Nina. Yeah, it was beautiful. She looked gorgeous.
Yeah, I think she looks really good, especially her face. Like she did look kind of matronly a lot throughout the season, but this is the most like polished and youthful that I've seen her look. She kind of looks like a young Madonna to me in the face there. As far as like how the actual look is styled, I think it's pretty good. I don't mind the stars. It's not my favorite. I do like what's going on with the headpiece. The thing that I'm not crazy about though is the fabric she used for this dress, because it just looks a little cheap to me. Like it looks like it was pulled off a fabric wall. Like I don't know how to explain this, but like when I see somebody wearing a look, I want to feel like they're wearing clothes, not fabric that is put together to be clothes. I want to skip that step and go to, oh wow, look at these clothes you're wearing.
You want to see construction is what you mean.
Right. Yeah, I don't
God.
want to see the raw elements, and I'm getting a little bit of raw cheap fabric, but I'm making it sound like I dislike it more than I do, because I still do think she looks very good.
Yeah, I agree. I think from the neck up, it's like a 10 out of 10. Incredible beauty. I think this is the most polished her makeup has ever looked. When it comes to the actual outfit, I think it's nice. It's a cute look, but I agree with you, David. I think the fabric there's something about it that kind of makes it look a little bit cheap, or there's something about it that I'm not a huge fan of. I still think she looks pretty. I still think it's a nice, clean look, but just overall, I think a lot of other queens just did a lot better, and so the fabric just kind of does something for me that I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, from the neck up, beautiful, incredible. It's not like love her so much. Love Nina de la Fuente. Anyways, scores.
I was gonna say, I think it's the color for me that is throwing me off. This color is not it. But I gave Nina an 82.
I'm gonna give her an 87.
I also gave her an 82.
I also gave her an 87. Would you look at that?
Mm.
We're matching. We're sharing a brain cell. Anyways,
Yes.
moving on, we have. Hold on.
I'm
Can you
forgetting
help
my
me?
job.
Please. There you go. Okay, thank you. We have Maria Bonita.
Oh, and Bonita she is. Girl, she looks so good. I was not expecting this from her because the looks that she gave us while she was on the show was not, I don't think they were bad, but it wasn't anything like, you know, that moved me in any direction, kind of. This moved me. Girl, I got up. You know, this, the flow, the colors, the flowiness, everything. I love this. I think this is my favorite look from Maria from the season, for sure. No,
Yeah.
actually, the one that she showed for the looks perdidos, that's my favorite. But this is a very close second. This is so beautiful.
Yeah, when she came out, I was like, wow, like maybe like she was getting like it was feeling like getting like a dancer. It was flowy. It was I was getting flamenco, like like salsa. Like it was beautiful. It was like the red, the pop, the hair, the mug. It everything just came perfectly well together. I was really I was like, wow, like she actually turned out something like this, like because like her looks were fine. Like it just missing like it was kind of like missing the wow because thing is the runways this season has been so next level. And unfortunately, her runways compared to other girls, it's kind of like low tier. So seeing her come out in this, I was like, wow, amazing. I think what a good way to kind of anger mark on this season.
Because I forgot to mention my favorite part, the petals on her arm. Period.
On the Nude Illusion sleeves.
That I think were fine.
Yeah, they're fine. I think she does look pretty. I think she was one of the bigger surprises for me as far as looks goes this season, because I thought she was gonna not bring anything quality, but she did have a few really good looks, and I think this is a nice way to end it. There's a simplicity to it, but it still works. The only thing that kind of bugged me was when she was walking away, like you could clearly see like the corset in the back. So I don't know. I just wish it had looked like a full garment instead of having that. And also right now I'm just noticing this, and it's kind of funny. It's not a critique, but her earrings kind of remind me of like the little things with like those little, how do you describe them? It's like medicine in like a silver square, and then you pop out the medicine and it comes through. It looks like she had some medicine and she popped it out. She's like, ooh, these could be earrings. Let me just stick these on. I don't know if that made sense to anybody other than.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
If I squint hard enough, I can see it.
It's still cute. It's still cute. She's cute.
Yeah, I think cute is definitely the word I would use for this look. I think it's pretty simple, especially like with, as I've said it, and I'll say it again and again, with the caliber that a lot of the other queens brought. This is pretty simple, but I think Maria had a few issues when it came to looks every so often. And so her ending with this look, I think, is a pretty good way to end it. I think this is a pretty good look. I think she looks cute. I think her makeup and the hair are really what stands out the most for me. I think she looks beautiful. I think the sheerness and the sexiness of it really brought us a side of Maria that we didn't get to see a lot of, because I know that Maria is super sex positive and super like proud of that. And we didn't get to see a lot of that from Maria. And so getting to see it at the very end, I think it's a good way to end it. But yes, I think it's a pretty good look, but it's a little simple for me. But yeah, scores.
87.
89.
I gave her a 78.
I gave her an 82. Okay, moving on. We have the one, the only Garconne, or as the girls call her, Calzone.
Calzone.
Calzone, yes, Calzone.
Okay, this I'm a little conflicted because I do like this. I really do. I honestly really do. I think this is done extremely well. It looks good. She looks beautiful. I don't know. Maybe I was expecting something different. It's just, here's what it is. Because it's the finale, in my head, it's supposed to be like your best. And to me, this was not her best of the season. That's why it feels a little weird. Because it's still really good, right? But I think it's a weird way to bookend the season. That's my thing. Because it's still an extremely well put together look, and I don't think she'll ever look bad, ever. But like what I like most about it is the sleeves in this color, because like everything else is kind of like fine, but it's very well made. Like the actual work that went into making this, I don't think or I don't know if she made this. She does make a lot of her stuff, so I would guess that she could have. So kudos for the construction, all of that, but just maybe like aesthetically is just not really. I'm not really into like the vampire dark side kind of all that aesthetic, so maybe it's just not for me. But yeah.
Yeah, I think this was a pretty nice style look for guys. So I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting her like more like I thought she was gonna show these girls out on this, like this last moment. But I think it's like a solid decent look. I know sometimes like, it's like, I'm eliminated, like we're not kind of like show out like that. Like I'm just still look beautiful. Like I still kind of like, our braces last one on the stage, but not like really do too much. So I think that what she was kind of going through. Maybe she's like, what, I had this and the thing, like it's nice, I'm still there for the finale. I'm still look nice more, what I mean? I think maybe she's kind of like, what, I still have more to give going forward in my drag race career. I think I still have more to offer. So then this kind of end like with a nice, simple, solid look, and kind of the day. And it's beautiful. I like it. It's very her drag, that got the vampire kind of style. So yeah, I would say I'm kind of like I had higher expectations because the look that she was supposed to brought for the runway this season, that she needed to show it. She got the award for it. Lots of looks. So I was kind of like expect that kind of caliber of her drag to be like for the finale. So. But I wasn't mad at it. It was still some look, so I still like it overall.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm surprised that you all aren't higher on this because I think this is really good. I think this is how you do a finale look. Like of almost anybody, including some of the finalists, I think she got the brief really well. I think these colors are so pretty on her. The shape is so draggy yet fashionable. She just looks severe and strong and powerful, and it's like crazy to think she was fourth out because this is high caliber for me. I really like this. I think this is one of her best looks of the season personally. Yeah, very good.
Looks like the top row has the correct idea here.
See, I don't think
these two down here
is not gonna reflect what you think. I think like it's just. Anyway, go ahead.
These two down here don't know what they're saying. Delusion. Convince yourself. No, but seriously now, I think this really shows Garconne's personality. It really shows what Garconne's drag is all about, and I think this is such a beautiful way to end Garconne's drag race journey with just a super vampy, dark, sexy look. I think this is great. She looks beautiful. Everything about it. I wouldn't change anything about it. I think this is one of her best looks so far. I think she looks great. I love Garconne and I love her aesthetic, so I love this. But yeah, gorgeous. Sorry.
See, I don't hate it as much as you think I do. I still like this. Okay, I give it a 90. It's just I have other favorites. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a 91.
I give her a 93.
I
See,
give
we're
her
not
a
that off.
full. I love her so
93
much.
for
I
me
give
is
her
a full for everybody else.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like, let's remember, David only gives like 70s and 80s, so a 90 is a full. Okay, anyways, moving on, we have Ava Pocket. What do we think?
I think it's a shame that she had to walk after Garconne with having similar concepts and the same color palette. I think, honestly, there's nothing she could have done at that point because, it is what it is. If they weren't like back to back from each other, like after each other, it wouldn't have had that much of an impact on me, but it did, unfortunately. I don't think this is bad by any means, but it's solidly good. It's not amazing. It's not anything breathtaking, but I think she looks good. And I always like when a look has a concept. Even if I don't necessarily like the look, the fact that there is a concept behind it is already a plus for me. So I just don't understand, maybe because we didn't get to see that much of Ava, but I don't see how this has anything to do with her drag. It didn't connect for me. I don't think it's a bad look. I think actually she looks great. But it just didn't feel like Ava for some reason.
Yeah, like I agree with you as well. But I would say I think it's kind of like I think one of her better looks of this season. I think one of her stronger looks this season for me. So I would say she looks absolutely phenomenal, beautiful. But I would say coming out the Garconne, I was kind of like, ooh. But I'm not mad at it. It looks gorgeous. It's kind of like one of her best showings for this season overall. She looks very beautiful. But I was kind of like, I don't know. It's not getting really me like Abba like I know her from, but you know what I mean. But what she has shown, the thing is, she had sometimes she hits sometimes, and then she misses sometimes as well. So it's kind of like back and forth, back and forth. But at least she's ending on a good note, and I'm not mad at it. It's a solid look, simple solid look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said, River. Especially about this not really screaming Ava Pocket. If you took all of these final looks and cut out the faces and showed them to me, I think I could probably guess who a lot of them were. I don't think I would ever come to Ava for this. But I do think it's a pretty good look. They said Queen Elizabeth. I kind of got Queen of Hearts from it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty familiar kind of concept that we've seen a lot over the years from Drag Race. Not one of the top tier versions I've seen, but I still do like that she's doing something different. I do think that her makeup doesn't necessarily work with this wig style. There's something kind of jarring about seeing that face paint with this wig. I don't know. It's like almost giving me like Divine trying to be Queen Elizabeth. I don't know. Not bad though. Not bad.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with you, River. I think this is so unfortunate that this came right after Garconne with having so many similarities in the looks. And this is definitely like a step down from Garconne's because there's just a few things that are like don't look as elevated. And I think my biggest issue with this look is the collar. There's something about it that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know if it's the stoning of it or like the little detailing on it that I'm not a huge
It's like
fan
a wreath, like a Christmas wreath.
Yeah, it feels odd, and also the simple fact that it just doesn't really give me Ava Pocket. It just brings it down for me even more. I do think she looks nice, but I think the fact that this is not showing not only her best look, but also not showing her normal, typical drag aesthetic really brings it down for me. So I wish she just would have gone with something that's just screams her. And sadly, I don't think this does. But yeah, of course.
79.
I'm gonna give her a solid 80.
I gave her a 77.
I gave her a 74.
Very
Sensible.
Sensible. But yeah, a little bit lower. But yeah, moving on. Now we need to talk about Suculenta.
Do we?
We do. We have to.
I y'all, I said it in the recap, okay? I like Suculenta as a person, her personality, her drag, like everything that we saw about her as a person and drag artist, I like. Her aesthetic is not for me. And I'm just, some looks I enjoyed more than others, but just overall, what she does and what she brings is not. I'm not her her public, her focus. Like I'm not.
Her target audience.
It's not for me. I'm not buying what she's selling. I don't need it. I don't subscribe. I'm not featuring it. But yeah, I just honestly, y'all, I don't like this at all. Like I just, but I like her, so it's hard to say it.
Well, I'm gonna just wave my flag and call it a day. Yeah. Well, she tried. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I agree. It's just not for me personally. You know what I mean? But I was at the mug. She actually looked gorgeous in the mug. I just hit the gown. I just didn't really see what she was trying to do before it's like the garment. It was kind of confusing. Like I just didn't really get it at all. But I would say at least the mug looked good. But I just say personally, like as far as like her drag, it wasn't for me. I didn't really get what she was trying to sell me. So unfortunately, I just couldn't get into it. But I think she is a lovely person, and I do love her a lot. But just her drag and what she brings, it's not my personal taste. But I think she's still a lovely person. I still love you, but it wasn't for me. Fortunately, sorry.
What an interesting queen. It's funny because when we did the cast assessment and we saw her promo look, it's one of the lowest scores I've ever given was for her promo look. I'm like, this is not a good promo. And then we did our Instagram review and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my kind of queen. Like her Instagram looks were incredible and they're so much my aesthetic. And then we get back to the season and I'm like, wait, where's that queen from Instagram? Where is it? And she had a few things that I liked, but for the most part, I don't think her runways have been up to the level of pretty much anybody in the cast. And she had the worst of the finale looks for sure. There's just so much going on here and not a lot going on at the same time. Like I don't get all the fringe and the weird like things just hanging off of the dress. I like the wig. I like the finger wave wig. I thought that was good. But then her contacts make her look cross-eyed. Like that was all I could concentrate when she was walking down the runway. I'm like, why are you trying to look cross-eyed with these contacts? So I don't know. I'm just very confused by her. But I like her and I'm hoping that she can go back to her Instagram stuff because that's really cool. I thought she by far my favorite Instagram was Suculenta, which that's probably shocking for some of you to hear, but go scroll through like some of the older posts.
Yeah, she's really nice, and I like what she stands for. That's for sure. Yeah, this is just a lot without saying anything. Like it's
a lot, but at the same time, not enough. Weirdly.
Exactly. Like it's a lot of fabric and a lot going on, but you're not telling me anything. And it's just not as three of us have said it. This is just not my aesthetic. It's just not for me. I'm not buying it. I will respect it, but I will respect it like several feet away. I like the hair. Yeah. Scores.
I hate giving scores lower, like low, but because I could never do what they do. But this is what we're doing here. I gave her a 45.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give you a 50. I'm gonna give you a half of 100. I'm gonna be nice. 50.
I gave her 36.
Whew.
I also gave her a 50 just so I could score it, because anything lower than a 50, I decide to not talk about it most of the time. And so I want to give her a score. Anyways, moving on.
I thought you were going to say I also gave her a 36, and I was going to be like, whoa.
No, I gave her a 50 to be nice, so I could score her.
Congenial era. Yeah.
I tried to not give a lot of lower scores, but anyways, let's talk about
the congeniality of the season, Eduardo.
Yeah, let's talk about the other miscongeniality. Let's talk about
before we say that, I do want you to know that, like, in the Google sheet where we keep averages, if you're pleading on looks that you're not willing to talk about because they're lower than a 50, that means you're giving them a 0 and you're weighing down their average.
Well, that's unfortunate, but I don't think I care. I don't think I care.
Fair.
Anyways, Luna Lansman.
Well, Luna, what a whiplash this was, going from Suculenta to this, because this, I loved this. Like, honestly, I was really sad when Luna went home because I wanted to see more of her. And I think we will, because I think she's a person that if she's invited to come back, and I hope she is, I think she has a lot more to show. But honestly, throughout the season, her runways were not my favorite. It was very hit or miss. I liked some of them, but most of them were eh. But this is tied for my second favorite look of the night. We know that she does like pink, purple, the girly colors, and I like that. It's just there's so many details. And purple, for me personally, I think is a very difficult color to do multiple shades of and match those different shades of purple. And make it not make it look good. It's she did it so well, because usually when I see like different shades of purple, they don't usually match, and this does. And like there's so much texture and detail in this outfit, like the ruching here, and then like the ties also. Is it ties? Like it kind of looks like a corset, but on the front of her thighs. Like there's so much detail to this. I just could go on for hours, but I won't, because y'all have a lot of stuff to say too. But I just want to say that I'm obsessed. I love this.
Yeah, I definitely say, yeah, Luna was kind of raw. I kind of was because she was kind of killing it. Like she started kind of like bottom, but then she kind of came out and just showed out, and unfortunately just got cut. But I really loved this a lot. Like this was like I was kind of gagged when she came out with this. I was like, wow, she looked amazing. This is probably actually my favorite look from her this season. Actually, this is probably her best look for me personally. Everything, like just the amount of detail, amount of work that's been put into this garment is just absolutely insane. I really enjoyed it. Love it.
Yeah, and I want to say this picture I do not think does justice to the look, because it doesn't show everything going on at the bottom. For me, I was so obsessed with the bottom half. Like, just like you were talking about, it's almost like a lace going up on either side. That's just really cool. Like it added texture to this. There's so much texture in the bottom, like you said, the ruching. And the colors are perfect. My only thing is the top half just feels so basic compared to the bottom half. So I get that there's a lot to like about this, but there's also a lot that kind of felt lacking for me. So I was not as high as either of you were. But I still do think she looks pretty, and I'm giving her a lot of props. And yeah, I would love to see her back again. But it was a little mixed for me.
Yeah, I think the tail on this mermaid outfit is the best thing that Luna has worn so far. The detailing on it, the ruching on it is really well made. All of the detail on it is really particular and very well done. I will agree with you, David, though. I think the top half of it is a little bit lacking. I think the bottom half really carries this look. I don't dislike it as much as you can say. Like you, I don't think you dislike it, but I think I like it a little bit more than you do. But I do wish that she was just a little bit more cinched, just the tiniest, tiniest bit. I think that really would have elevated the look quite a bit more. And other than that, I think this is a pretty good look. She looks beautiful. She looks great. I really like her just going full out, full mermaid. I think this is just full what Luna just stands for. And I think this is great. But yeah, scores.
I gave Miss Luna a
I gave her a 95.
Ooh, I gave her an 81.
I gave her a 91.
no.
A 91.
Well, David's 80s is like our 90s, so don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Okay, let's move.
I'm sorry, I
Uh,
didn't hear your score, Eduardo. Could you say it again, please?
Oh, I said 91.
Cool.
Okay, now we can move on to unique. Unique.
So unique is very similar with the looks. With like, I either loved it or was not feeling it at all. With this one, it's one that I think it's the first one that I'm like more in the middle, because I don't love it, but I like it. You know, I think it's a little bit better than good. You know, I think it still could have been elevated more. I think there's still, I think the idea is good. I think just her eye is, it's very hit or miss, because this is like simple for her, because the looks that I enjoyed the most from her was like the very maximalist one, like the crazy ones. So this to me kind of seems like toned down for her, in a way. I think the one thing that is throwing me off with this that I don't like is the hair, for some reason. Because I'm kind of, we are seeing a lot. We've seen and we are seeing a lot of this style of hair, which I don't mind. It's just, for me, it doesn't go with this look. I don't think it goes here. You know what I would have loved to see? I wish she had in the like this same color, but like a Marge Simpson kind of hairstyle. I think it would have, or maybe something that it was more like the sun. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the actual garment I really like. And her makeup as well has been a little bit hit or miss during the season, but here she looks really good in the face.
Yeah, I would definitely say I think I'm not gonna lie, I think Unique was on a budget. I think she did the best she could. I could tell just by her looks and her package that it was on a budget that she spent, or kind of like it's kind of like on a budget wise. So she did the best she could. I would definitely say like, as far as like as the season went on, like I would say like she has improved like on a woman wise, but like personally, I actually did like this. It was very kind of like big and grand for her. I will agree with the wig. It doesn't really go for me personally. I see it like it was like the sun, the blue dress is like the sky and the clouds. So I think like a beautiful concept, which I love. I just wish that it translated like from up, like translated more like of the sun kind of more. But I think it was like a solid good look for Unique. You know, she had like her ups and downs, but personally, I think it's probably one of my favorites for her. And definitely, I would say definitely she will approve. There will be a glow up soon, so I'm very excited for her glow up. I really enjoy her this season, and yeah, definitely for sure she will get the budget. It's going to happen soon. Fortune.
Yeah, I agree that it is a good look. I do think she's very lucky that Suculenta was there, or else this would have been like my least favorite. And I'm kind of the opposite of you all. I like the wig, but I'm into the structured wigs like this. I like the wig more than I like the dress. I like the idea behind the dress with the clouds. The problem is, I wish she kind of went for more realistic looking clouds and not like a 5-year-old's version of clouds, which are just like white ovals. Because it just kind of looked a little, I don't know, rudimentary. Is that the word? I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted more. It just looked kind of weird, just having this blue fabric with a bunch of white circles on it. Like, I get what she's going for, but it did not come across aesthetically to me the way she probably intended. But still not bad. Like, I thought it was decent.
I think I'm in the middle of all of y'all's opinions, truthfully, because I agree with David when it comes to the wig and the clouds. I do think this wig gives me sun. Normally, I don't like this type of styled wigs. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I do think this fits and makes sense. I don't know how else you would do like a sun wig other than this. And so for me, it makes sense. Like, this is one of the only times where I'm like, yeah, this structured wig makes sense. I do agree. The clouds look very childlike. I think also the fabric that was chosen for it, or the material that was chosen for it, looks pretty cheap. And I think it's really unfortunate because the actual outfit itself, like the actual ball gown, is so grand, and I really like a grand ball gowns, and so I really like it. But I think that maybe just take a few of them off, or just restructure the clouds so that it really looks better. Because I think just my biggest issue is the fact that the clouds look cheap and like a child made them. And so I think I'm in the middle of all of your opinions. But let's see if that reflects in the scores. Speaking of scores,
77.
I also agree with a 77.
I gave her a 72.
oh, I gave her a higher score than all of you. I gave her an 89.
Did you?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I really like the book. It's just the clouds. It's just the clouds.
Clouds really
But,
do like
like-
those clouds that we make with cotton balls for like
Mhm.
food
Yeah.
targets. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think what really did it for me is when she started spinning.
Yeah.
I think that
She
really
sold it.
brought it for me. And so she
Okay.
sold it for me. She sold
Yeah.
it for me enough.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, moving on to let's talk about it. Let's talk about Elektra. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on now.
Oh, baby. Best look of the night. Period. Period. End of story. Like, and what about it? And the makeup matching like exactly the eyeshadow matching exactly the ombre of the bitch. I cannot with her. Like this, I think my favorite part is the structure shoulder. That like she did take it off and like kind of did the whole presentation, but like that's the star of this outfit for me. Like that detail is just so cool. I love especially when a dress or like an outfit has at the same time a very structured part and a very flowy one, and they like complement and go together very well. And here she did that perfectly. And this color story, purple, pink, and yellow, is one of my favorite color combinations. I live for this kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, Elektra is another person like Garconne that I don't think is ever gonna look bad on a runway, like ever. And it's crazy to think about the fact that she gave us a very strong runway package, but there's still so much that she can grow and so much that she can elevate that I can't even imagine what she's going to be able to do next. Like after this, I'm excited.
Oh, Elektra, you were supposed to be in a finale. You were supposed to be in a finale. Like, oh my God. Like, she does show why she was the look queen of this season without a doubt. What are the fashion queens of this season? Like, every look this season had just been top notch. Like, literally, she's really been like the one to beat. Like, no one's kind of like, I would say some people were up to her level, but I think as far as like Elektra, she was just slaying every runway. I was like, yeah, and to me, this is like no exception, perfection. What's the best out of the all eliminated queens? I think even some of the top four, she kind of slayed them too. So like definitely like the color combo, the draping, everything was perfection. Wow.
Mm-hmm. You know, a look is good when it gives you like a visceral reaction the first time you see it. And that's what I got from this. Like, I'm somebody who tends to be into more concept looks. Like, that's why I like themes, because like you have a lot of room to play. This is just pure fashion and it still works for me. I wrote down, it makes me hungry for some reason. And I think like now looking at it, I'm like, oh, I'm getting kind of like a sherbet, like dessert. Like she gave us dessert just with her fashion senses here.
It's giving Skittles. The color palette is giving like
Yes.
the tropical Skittles, the purple one. That
Yes, which is the
very
best
much.
bag.
It's the best one. Yes.
Oh, it is. See, we're the same in a lot of senses, River. Yeah, I just really love this, and I love Elektra, and I am a person who got to tell her. I got to tell her to her face that I love her, and she's one of my favorites. She asked me who my favorites were, and I said you, Horacio, and Leexa. So I love her. So good.
Fuck Jenary's drag, right? Because you
And
said
apparently
3 out of
Ava
the
as
top
well.
4.
Well, no, because Ava, I didn't mention her, but Ava as well. She was great too, and I got to talk to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, look at the material. She did what needed to be done. Like, just the corset, the shoulders, the makeup, the wig. To reference Story Store, love pink. Love this pink. Just everything about it is so beautiful. She just murdered all the girls with this look. This is incredible. Scores.
98.
I mean, I think out of all of the living queens, this deserves a full cup, a full 100% for me, 100.
I gave her a 94.
This is also a full for me. This is incredible. I think my favorite look of the night. Beautiful.
Oh, for sure, the best look.
Absolutely. But let's move on to our top 4, starting with Eva Blunt.
My mother, my father, my Holy Spirit, Eva Blunt. This is the other look that is tied for me for my second favorite with Luna. It took me a little bit to kind of assimilate what was happening and like understand it, but once I did, I was like, wow, okay. Like I just love the way that her mind works, honestly. And this is one of the reasons why when in the reunion she was talking about like other looks not being as creative, I'm like, okay, you can actually say that, because you're like one of the most creative queens that I've seen in a while, like in the top for me, with like creative concepts and ideas and like a very strong point of view with everything that she does. And I think the one thing that I love the most about Eva is how intentional everything she does and wears is. Like she thinks about stuff, about every detail, head to toe. The one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of is the hair. I don't like this style of wig on anyone, basically. Like it's not. I don't like it. I need volume. I need something. It's not as bad. Like I don't hate it as much here because her look is not like big in proportion. There's no like big silhouette, so it doesn't make it proportionally weird to have that small hair. But I wish the hair was different. But this dress is everything. Not just the print, but like the style of it, like the detail that she left here to show just the décolletage, like just the breast, and then like especially the hip area is my favorite part. So good. And she did again the makeup, like with the light up makeup. I live for that.
Yeah, I would say definitely for me. I think Eva Blunt for me. I think for me had kind of like for me personally, she was the most versatile for me, versatile person on this cast. Is for me like far as like look, everyone was so different from the other. The amount of intention, the amount of creative content that she was putting in every single look. Like to me, every runway, I was like, it just got it better and better and better and better and better. And to me, this is just like the same level as all her looks. Just been top notch. The whole the face and the eyes and the mud, like just I love her creativity. Definitely, so I would definitely see on her future All Stars. She definitely has that package to win the whole thing. I would agree with the way. My personally, I felt this didn't work for me personally ever for me. It would have worked for anybody else. I just didn't think it would have worked for her personally. It doesn't work for her. I think more volume for her would have been better, or like at least like a updo would have worked better. But I think, as far as this, everything about this was perfect for me, perfection. Loved it.
I like the wig, first of all. I think it does look
Yeah.
personally. Um, so there's this cool effect. I'm glad that we get the close up and the wide shot in these pictures here, because in those wide shots you see so much texture, so many pops of color. It kind of reminds me when I was a teenager, my family, we painted our walls. We took this paint and we would dip like a sponge in the paint, and we would like paint all of these cool like sponge effects on our walls, and that's how we had our walls. This was in the 90s, so it was a choice, but it worked for us at the time. And I'm getting that kind of effect from the fabric in these lower ones, and I'm like, oh, I like all the random pops of colors. And then you look at the close up and you're like, oh my gosh, it's her face, and the different colors are her different lipsticks and eyeshadows, and it's just genius. I think it's genius, and it's cut so well on her. I just really love the shape here, and I think the cape that she has, this specific shade of red, is just perfect with it. Like, I was eating this up. This was pretty much on the same level for me as Elektra. I did have a tiebreaker, and I do think I like Elektra's better, and that's primarily because I had an issue, and I thought River was going to say the same thing. So she's padded so well, and you can really get the emphasis of the hips here, which is great. But then you look at the hips, and I noticed this while watching it last night. Look at the hips and look at the legs, and she has these tights on that are like yellow. And I've noticed this about her a couple of times. She does not have the right color of tights. You're not yellow, girl. So if you're going to go for this skin tone type of tight, make it match better. Don't make it this awkward yellow color, like yellow orange. So that's the only thing that kind of took me out of it. Otherwise, I thought this was really, really good.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite looks. I think the creativity of this is like outstanding. I think this is such a smart idea. I think the way it's executed is great. I love this cape so much. I love this, just the pops of color when you look at it from afar. I saw exactly what you were talking about, David, because believe it or not, my family used to do the exact same thing with my walls. Yeah, because they're kind of stuck in the 90s, and they used to do that with especially my father's walls. He liked it when he had that aesthetic. Anyways, moving on. I saw it. I liked it. I liked the pops of colors, but I kind of do agree a little bit about the wig. I like the style of it. What I don't like about it, I think, is the color of it, because I think it's just kind of it kind of merges into like her skin and like the color of her face. And so I just wish it was either a little bit darker or a little bit lighter, because this color right here makes it look like she's a little bit bald. Like if I squint,
Doesn't it
she
kind
looks
of
bald.
look like brain? Because the color is like light pink. It looks like brain because it's like wavy. It kind of does. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. It kind of does. Low key. It kind of looks like
Just a
brain.
little bit. And so that's just the slightest thing that for me also breaks the tie between Elektra and Eva.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe like a
Elektra's-
crimson that like
Yeah,
matched
maybe.
that
The
could have
color
worked well.
of the line of the cape would be
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
for the hair.
Yeah, like that crimson color would have been great. But I also love the lights in her makeup. Anyways, scores.
I changed my scores actually right now because I gave her 1 extra point because I had her tied with Luna, but this is more creative. So I'm gonna give her 1 point more. So I give it a 97.
It was gonna be a full cut, but it just was the way. But I'm gonna still give it a 99, well deserved.
I gave her a 93.
I gave her a 98. Good job, Eva. Okay, moving on to our other finalist, Jenary Bloom. Let's talk about it.
Okay. How can I say? Okay. Actually, I'm gonna try to say it the way in a way that it makes more sense. I like this look. I don't like it for this category. That's pretty much it. Honestly. Because similar to who was it that I said? Similar to Garconne, I think you're like, especially if you're a finalist. With Garconne, I kind of get it because like if she plans on being on TV again, she's not going to show like her best. She's going to save it for a different time. So I get that. That makes sense to me. Jenary as a finalist, I don't like this dress would have been fine for any other runway, depending on the category, but like for finale, it's fine, you know. It's still good, but like for not for this, you know. I wanted more from her. We've had a lot of really good, well, a few really good looks from her. But like the one thing that threw me off the most is the part of the slit where it shows a little bit of the dress. Why is that nude? Why is that not the same shade of like the velvet pink? It that didn't make any sense to me. That threw me off so much. Because I actually really like the choice of color in the velvet, the detail in the middle, like all the elements, the shoulder, everything. But just I needed it to be more, and that skirt thing kind of just threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, on Jenary Bloom, I would definitely say I'm just gonna keep it real because I think I like her, but I don't keep it real. Like I can tell, like just looking based like all her looks season, like all of her looks this season, I could tell like which looks that like she spent more on, and I could tell she didn't really spend much on this look. And for me, I was kind of like, for it to be a finale look, like kind of like your last time on the stage, like she looks beautiful, but I was kind of like I was expecting more. Like I think like for example, like for it, like her futuristic look with that was a beautiful moment. Her silver look was actually a really good moment. But I can definitely tell like she spent looks that I think she knew they were worth it. And I feel like this was like an afterthought. So it's kind of, you know what, it is what it is. But I think I like it. But the thing I don't like is like right like at the bottom of her skirt, you see like the new like part right there. That was kind of like the issue right there. I was kind of like, but it's like a beautiful look. But I was like for me and like for the finale, I wanted more, but also I could just tell this was a budget issue, so I can't be mad at it. But I would say she definitely used her money more when it was needed for like grand looks personally. But it's a beautiful look, but it just wasn't finale worthy. I was just keeping it real for like the top 4.
And the shoes. But anyway.
I don't even see those. That's funny that you said it's a budget issue because, like, when I think of her runway package, I think she had some of the most expensive looking looks. So maybe she ran out of money. Maybe this was an afterthought. Either way, she was the loser of the finalists when it came to final runway looks. Immediately when I saw it, I'm like, this doesn't fit the category. Oh, I know what you're doing, Jenary. This is a performance look. You're ready to perform a final lip sync song. And then later on, when I saw they changed for the final lip sync, I'm like, wait, now I'm confused. But yeah, I don't want to make it sound like this is bad, but as a finalist, as somebody who had a really high bar, like she had some of my absolute favorite looks throughout the season. This just left me so disappointed, and it didn't need all the nudes in there, like mismatching nudes as well. So yeah, not the best.
Yeah, Jenary kind of let me down with this look. It's not my style. It's not my aesthetic that I typically like. I like these shades of pink, but it bothers me that the shades of pink in the velvet and the feathers are not the same shade of pink. I'm not a huge fan of the encrusted snake that she has on her chest. It's not just for me. I don't know. It's just very simple, very plain. It's just not what I wanted to see from Jenary in this final runway where you're supposed to show your best drag. I think Jenary has just shown a lot better looks time and time again. And so her coming out in this kind of disappoints me a little bit because I know that she can do so much better. And so I just wanted to see her really bring it for her last look in the runway. So yeah, she kind of let me down, sadly. Scores.
I still gave it an 80.
I'll give it an 8 as well.
I'll give her a 76.
I gave her an 80 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We can talk about our next finalist. We can talk about Horacio Potasio. Here we go. What do we
Looking
think?
like a crustáceo, which I thought was, and she kind of does look like a crustáceo and Sebastian from The Little Mermaid because their color. It just very that. It was very that for me.
I see it.
Right? Anyways,
I see it.
Maybe because they say it every episode, it just kind of into my it's just in my brain, and that's why I saw it. But I saw it, and also this part that she has behind her kind of looks like a female reproductive part. Let's just say that, which I love. So kudos for that. It kind of looks like the mascot from the Olympics as well. But anyways, I love this look. That's why I'm talking about this part specifically is like it is everything to me. I don't really enjoy what is happening from the waist down. I kind of wish it was draped a little bit different because I don't know, the bottom part is not my favorite. I don't hate it, but I think it is much better from the waist up than the waist down. But honestly, like the star of the show is just this structure behind her. Like that just makes the whole outfit for me. And I do really enjoy also the structured hip that goes out a little bit and then it gets flowy. So like that helps make it a better silhouette. So I do like that. And I always live for a monochromatic look. So, and she's another person that I don't think will ever look bad. So.
Yeah, but Horacio, my girl, what I love about her is like through her look, she still keeps her aesthetic in her drag. You know, the tits out, the ass out, the cheeks out. I mean, nice cheeks for the guys. Like pretty much all through her looks, like she like you can still like her chest was out, her ass was out. So to me, like it's still gay finale. It's still gay glamour, but still her version of glamour, and she still kept in her drag, what she brought. So like you said, the back piece was like the big statement of this whole look. I will say I agree with kind of like with the it was kind of like very like asymmetric kind of draping for me. I think the part like in the front is kind of devoted, but it was still a very solid look, and definitely I think the second best out of the final out the top four. No shade. I think I would say Horacio, Leexa, and Jenary, they were kind of on the same level, kind of big, and then we had Eva Blunt who kind of knocked it out of the park, and it was kind of like Air was kind of like I think with a simple route for this finale look. So, but I think she was the second best if we got to be logically speaking. But I love this.
I agree. She was the second best for me. I think she was definitely closer to Ava than she was with the other two. I wouldn't put those three in a tier. Like it's definitely Ava. I think they're pretty four distinct rankings.
But
there.
Eva is clearly the best
yes,
runner. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And what I like about this, I feel like almost maybe, I think it's probably Ignus and Horacio that have the most recognizable style instantly. Like there's always going to be some sort of structure element with her looks. There's always going to be a lot of skin showing, yet a lot of fabric too, which I didn't expect. I expected the skin before the season started. I didn't expect so much fabric as well. So I really think this is a cool way to finish off her runways for the season. I like how it's draped at the bottom personally. The only thing that I would ask for is I wish the actual fabric was a little more extravagant than what it is. It just feels a little bit basic. The fabric, I like how it's put together. I just want to feel I want it to feel expensive, you know? And it didn't feel as expensive as I wanted it to, but I still really like it.
I'm gonna try to be brief because there's someone playing the drums like above me, and so if you can hear that, I'm so sorry.
We can.
Okay, third world problems. I am so sorry. But yeah, so I like this look. I think this is one of the better looks. I love Horacio's entire aesthetic. I love how sexy she is. I love how she owns it. I like this red on her. I think she looks great. I like the draping of it. I like the structure of it. I wish there was more stoning to it, so it was just more grander. But I think even then, she still looks great. I think she looks beautiful. I like the hair, I like the makeup, everything about it. I just love Horacio so much, and just I love her, and I love her aesthetic. I love her drag. So this looks great for me. Scores.
93.
96.
90.
95. Okay, moving on to R1, the only, our winner, Leexa Fox. Let's talk about it. What do we think?
I like the Jessica Rabbit reference, even though the hair is different, but it doesn't matter. I think Leexa looks beautiful with black hair. I wish she would wear more black hair because I think it's for hair color is my favorite on her. I like this. I think it looks good, but honestly, this is a case of simple but effective because it's not like I said for Jenary, but I do like this more than I like Jenary's for sure. But I feel similarly with I would have basically nothing to say if this was any other runway. It's just for the finale runway, I need more. Because also I wouldn't mind if it was like it's like a simpler look. If it makes sense and it tells me exactly who you are. And she's doing like it's a good look, but like she's cosplaying someone else. And it's like I want it to scream Leexa. And this doesn't scream Leexa to me, but she looks beautiful. And the actual dress is also like very well made. The dress looks good. And the styling, like the choice of the earring, the gloves, like everything is good. It's just underwhelming is the word.
Yeah, Alexa, like I think everything like to me, proportions, the way it's shaped, the body, the mug, everything like it was pretty much a solid, beautiful look. So nothing like bootable about it about this look. Like, I love this look. I just think I want it to me. I think what if she wanted to do this, kind of like drag it up more, make it more bigger and extravagant. I think that's what was missing. But I could just tell. I think Michael, I think she pretty much had a budget. And Michael, I would say I think she had a really good runway package, like on a good budget level. So everything kind of was like simple and effective. So I would definitely say I think where she really kind of like really went full on with her looks. Definitely, I would say her ball looks like let's talk about her like winning the ball. Like definitely, I think she put a lot of I think focus on those three looks in particular. But like every look is pretty much like a solid, good, solid look. I know it's kind of like simple. It was pretty much simple the whole season. You know what I mean? But so I was to me, so kind of like when she came, I was like, it was expected, but I wanted to me if she wanted to particularly do like this Jessica Rabbit kind of concept, drag it up more. I think thing is you want what I mean, it's the finale, but it's still a beautiful look, solid look. She looks gorgeous. Is like finale. I want it more drag, make it more big, extravagant, but nothing is on a boot. Nothing is everything is right, but what more?
It's Pretty Woman, right? It's
Yeah,
a
Pretty
beautiful.
Woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're muted.
David, you're mute.
Who's trying to silence David?
No, yes. I luckily it told me. It said Mike is muted as soon as I started talking. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then you all told me. I do like this. Immediately when I saw her, I got the Jessica Rabbit reference. But what I do like is that it's referential without being identical to it. Like I like that she took liberties. She changed the glove, she changed the wig, she changed kind of the structure of the breasts there. So it still does have her own spin on it without like being cosplay.
It's
Um,
Jessica Rabbit meets Madonna because she did like the cone bra with
oh yeah,
Madonna. Like it's two references.
I can see that for sure. Um, yes, I had a thought, and it just slipped my mind. Uh, but yeah, I do think this is very good. I think it's a little small for her. Like for a finale, I wanted to see her go more extreme. Oh, the thought I was gonna have is, yeah, it's not as draggy as the actual Jessica Rabbit, but who's more of a drag queen than Jessica Rabbit? Like hardly anybody. Um, but yeah, I guess I just wanted a little more elevation and more extreme for finale look or more fashion. But I still do think it's a very, very solid look for her.
Yeah, I think this is a nice look. It's pretty simple, and I think I wanted to see Lexa pull out something more extravagant for this runway. I wish she would have worn something like her coronation look, which if you haven't seen it, go on her Instagram. It's amazing.
Gorgeous,
Anyways,
amazing. I loved it.
yeah. I wish she would have worn something like that because I think that would have shown how like beautiful Alexa can just really be. But I still think this is a
Mhm.
beautiful look. I still think she looks beautiful. I think she looks like just like a beautiful woman. But I just wish there was, like you said, David, more elevation to it. I wish there was just more to it. It's pretty simple, but it's simple but effective. We've said it. It's a nice look. I like it. She looks beautiful. I like her with dark hair. I wish she would use more dark hair. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this. Scores.
A solid 85.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 87.
I gave her an 83.
I gave her an 88. Okay, we're not done yet. We're not done. We have to talk
What?
about one last
Who could it
queen,
be?
the one, the only, the reigning queen, Cristian Peralta. We've been waiting for this. It's time to talk about it. What do we think?
Okay, so I haven't watched season 1 of Mexico yet, but it is the next one on my list. So
Ooh.
So I don't know Christian. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. The only time that I saw her was on the roast episode that she was there. But I really like this. I do kind of the one thing that I don't like as much is this in the middle, like this um kind of I don't know if it's a flower, but like the detail that she has like right in the middle with the points. Like that's this I think looks a little bit cheap, but everything else I love.
Yeah, I was so excited to see, Christian come out. I mean, from watching the thing is, lastly, like she was pretty much, I think when you do watch it, she was dominant that season. She was pretty much just, I think, consistently very
Oh, I've
well.
been spoiled. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so she does slay it, and definitely I think represent her drag. Like her drag is like very like a big drag glamour. She does do concerts as well, so I think she always kind of like gives it like a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think definitely I was kind of gagged when she came in. I was kind of like I was like Christian kind of doing that for drag. You know what I mean? But I would say if we do like see her at DragCon, the she had for DragCon was absolutely insane. What she wore for DragCon. But I think this is a beautiful look. I look like the iridescent blue. It's kind of like icicle frosty ice goddess. But yeah, the middle part was kind of cheap. But I think you know what? What a good way to anger Reign as the first ever winner of Drag Race Mexico. I think she did a very good job for her reign and what she has done. So I'm very excited for her. I think she could actually slay our winners. 5 maxi challenges win, like 5 challenge wins, like that's incredible. But I loved it. So what a good way to kind of end her reign as the best winner.
Yeah, I really like this. I think she's continuing a tradition of really good step down looks that we've seen this year. Man, and I wouldn't expect anything less from her. She's always so polished and put together, maybe maybe to an annoying degree where you want to see more rough around the edges. You want to see something more exciting and gritty like Matraka. But nonetheless, I think Christian, see, that's so unnatural to say. Christian met the brief, gave us a very, very strong look here. So nothing to complain about.
Yeah, Christian just really hit it out of the park here. I think she looks beautiful. I love everything about this. I love the color. I love how shiny it is. I love the stoning of it. I don't have any problems with it. I even like the structured hair, which I normally don't like. I still like it here. I think what a way to finish your reign. I'm probably gonna overscore this a little bit because this is the last time we're gonna see her. So I'm probably gonna overscore her a little bit because I'm a little biased because leaving reigning queen. But I still like a lot about this. This is exactly who Christian is and what I expected her to do. And so I am not surprised. This is great. This is beautiful. I love her. And what a good way to end your reign, Christian. Well done. Scores.
I didn't know we were going to score her look, so I didn't. But thinking about it
You
now, I think I would give it a
random score.
95. I think I'll give it a
Okay.
95. Yeah.
I'll give it a 98.
I gave her a 93.
What a better way to end your reign than with a full cup. Might as well end your reign with that. And with that, now we're done with the looks. It's over, guys.
Now it's
Mexico
officially
season 2 is over.
No.
We have to wait a year for Mexico 3. This is so upsetting, but it's
Eduardo,
been a blast.
do you guys, or David and KaMorian, do you guys know that Lady Gaga meme, that there's a tweet that she made that says, Brazil, I'm devastated? No?
Yes.
About the
Okay.
Twitter?
That's it. Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm like, Mexico, I'm devastated because it's over. That's how I feel.
And now I would
I just
definitely,
wanted more.
yeah, I would definitely say Mexico really did a very good 180 this year. I feel like you know what, after the first season, they listened, they took critique, and they improved. And definitely, it was improvement shown this season. So I'm very excited for the third season. Fingers crossed you won't get the season 3 curse. You could probably put a Philippines right now and just slay it. But I would say definitely a good redemption from last season. I think about it. the second seasons are always good. So they came back strong for a good. I'm very excited. I just love Mexican drag in general. Just the amount of creativity, the elevation. Like I'm just the drag is top notch. So I'm just so excited. Excited with the miss it, but you know what? Definitely, we have some future all-star contestants going forward, like for global versus the world. So I'm very excited for these queens and what the aftermath of being on the show and in their future careers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I really love season 2 of Drag Race Mexico. I do want to give some credit to season 1 because I do think it was a good season overall, and one of the strongest groups of finalists from last year's drag shows.
Yeah.
Like that top 4 was very, very good. But I'm just super excited to see what the future holds. And I really do not expect a season 3 curse, especially watching La Mas and just knowing what different kind of styles of Mexican drag are out there. I really hope they keep expanding their horizons and casting different people that really have that unique. Because I think with season 1, they had a lot of queens that were palatable for American drag senses, and then they've slowly been like expanding beyond that. And I just hope they keep pushing it because there is such unique and creative Mexican drag out there. And yeah, like the Philippines and Mexican drag, like those are my favorites right now. So I'm excited for season 3.
Yeah, and truly, it's been an honor to share all of my culture and all of these people that I've known for a while now with all of you, and just show you a little part of my world where I live in, all of my day to day. So it's been such an honor to share it with all of you guys, everyone watching, and with Logan, who is kind of helping us right now behind the scenes. It's truly been an honor.
Logan,
our executive producer Logan, but I am so happy to have shared this with you guys, and I cannot wait for season 3. Yes, you. I'm so happy to have shared this with you, and I'm so happy to have been on this podcast. And I will keep being here for every single time that we talk about Mexico.
I was like, is this you telling us that you're done?
No, I'm not done. I'm coming back, absolutely. But I'm just saying right now, it's been such an honor because this was my first time being on the drag podcast. This was my first full season on the drag podcast. And so it means a lot to me that this was the first one that I did, and to share my culture and to share so much drag that I love so much, and these queens that I've known for a while now. It means so much to me, and I'm so grateful. And as I said, I cannot wait to see what season 3 brings out. And so I'm so excited to what the future holds. And yeah,
the future is looking bright for Mexican drag, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I'll add to that, not just Mexican, but Latin America drag.
Yes.
Because
we got 2 announcements, right? I'm glad to know that we're having season 3 of Mexico because, as I said, season 2 now is one of my favorites. Not just international franchises, one of my favorite seasons that I've seen of Drag Race. So I'm excited to know that they're going to have a season 3, but we also had the announcement that Brazil was confirmed for season 2. Because
What's up, Linda? I'm so excited.
I hope to see some of my favorite Brazilian drag queens there because I honestly, they deserve to be seen by the world. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Drag Race Brazil. I was thing is let me tell you, Brazilians when it comes to Drag Race, I feel to me, out of everyone, they are the most hype for drag. When it's Drag Race Brazil or anything Drag Race, I see reactions of them just watching it. That's just the amount of hype they hype. I want to go to Brazil, actually just go to a club and get hype. Brazil, I love Brazilians. I love the vibe, the party vibe. Just the amount of hype and just the community that there is down there. It's just amazing. So I'm glad it's a season. I think there's a lot of talent in Brazil. There's a lot of talent. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think
Latin America is coming for y'all. You better be ready.
Exactly. The Latin takeover, it's happening for real. Yes. Okay. Now we can finally finish. Put a nice little bow on Drag Race Mexico. Thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, do all of the things. There's going to be all of our links down below. Make sure to check us all out. All of our social media, all of our audio podcasts are going to be down below. Make sure to check those out. Get your merch, buy your merch. And with that being said, we're done. Cheers.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Cheers with the cat.
Adios.
Woo!
And we're done. Adios, Mexico. Nos vemos.
Adios.
Bye.
Evie,
Bye.